Ladies and gentlemen, it's Ask the Author Friday. Date of March the 13th. Ask the Author Friday is a weekly opportunity to have a nice little fireside chat with you all about anything and everything. Anything and everything. For the most part, it'll probably be on the table. If you have any questions for future weeks to test that theory, check the comment section. If you enjoy this or any of my other content, feel free to subscribe. Thanks. What is a good book blurb? Oh man, the book blurb. I don't even know how to describe one. Is it like the sales pitch? It's like the sales pitch to the editor, the book blurb. I gotta look this up before I start thinking about being traditionally published, because I know a lot of people ask for it. The book cover. The book cover needs to... The book cover sells the book before you even open it. Especially if you're not a big name author. You need to have your materials ready before you start shooting. You need the proper book cover to sell your story. Yeah, what's another good example here? Okay. All right. Okay, next question. Where in the world do I put my face versus my hand? Where does the author bio belong? I pick the back cover all the time. It seems like I usually pick beneath the book synopsis versus over it. I don't know how that happened. Yeah, see? Beneath it. Anyway. Yeah, I usually use the back cover of the book, though, versus the inside. The inside is for the dedication page, of course. You're an artist, you're a creator. You need self-esteem and self-confidence. Check your self-esteem and self-confidence. I am still in that stage of life. In my early 40s now, I am still in that stage of life where I keep asking others around me for the approval, and where is the self-esteem and self-confidence in that? Continuing to seek public approval defeats the very purpose of self-confidence. What is your biggest fear? What's my biggest fear? As an author or otherwise? Let's ask the Author Friday. What if I don't make it? What if I just don't make it is traditionally published. How can I if I haven't self-published a manuscript in 3 years because I'm sitting on all of them and constantly tinkering with them? It's not how manifestation works. Okay, let's have some fun. Let's review the fun questions. It's pronounced Cenevuela, and I'm still convinced it's spelled wrong. There, Cenevuela. There's a narco-terrorist dictator running rampant over Cenevuela. He may have been the former elected official, but he's not allowing any future elections to stand. Sounds like Cobra to me. We are sending in the Joe team to clean house. Pick your players. An international narco-terrorist previously installed in power in allegedly a legitimate election, but not allowing any other elections to take place. And in a place clearly called Cenevuela. If the U.S. government sends in troops to clean house, and the president gets his hands dirty, and the Venezuelan dictator winds up with sympathizers. This sounds like a job for a daring, highly trained special missions force. Yo, Joe. We're sending in a group of 6 this time, and I'm still not off this kick. This is a dangerous mission. We need 6 good guys. Okay, 6 good Joes. 5 to back up 1 leader. This sounds like a let's see. International dictator, narco-terrorist, relieved of power one way or the other, shipped back to the U.S. This sounds like a commando unit. This sounds like a commando mission to me, and Snake Eyes should be well rested up by now. Snake Eyes is going in. In this timeline, Storm Shadow is a Joe. I swear this is accurate at some point. I think Storm Shadow eventually defected from Cobra. So we have Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow. We're dealing with a narco-terrorist. You know who hates narcotics? Shockwave. Shockwave is going in. We need an undercover operative. We've got Chuckles. The undercover operative in his flashy Hawaiian t-shirt. The muscle-bound the muscle-bound moron from the animated movie. If you've seen his figure, he's an undercover guy. In a flashy Hawaiian shirt. Chuckles is going in. We're sending in Scarlet for real undercover work to try to relieve Mr. Sen of Wayland, dictator, narco-terrorist, probably Cobra operative of power. So who's leading? Duke. Duke can handle this one. And just to make sure future elections go right, all go right in a foreign country with international election laws, who better to help legitimize the vote count than a handful of clear Americans. Shuckles and Shockwave can stay behind for this one, help count votes, legitimize results. Duke, Scarlet, Snake Eyes, and Storm Shadow will be previously engaged in bringing Mr. Sen of Wayland, dictator, to justice. In a homeland not his own, because it's our homeland. I can't even right now. You know where I'm going with this. Alright. Location, location, location. Fictionalized locations or real ones? I usually try to fictionalize the names of towns. For sci-fi or fantasy works, yes, I create the names of these places. In general fiction, most of the general fiction takes place in Michigan, so if I start talking about Old Harbor, New Rapids, you know what I'm talking about if you're from Michigan. Or you're familiar. It's just easier. I mean, if like some side characters randomly from Chicago or New York, yeah, that's fine. I might use Chicago or New York. If just talking about where some person hails from. The setting for the story, I will generally try to use semi-fictionalized cities, locations. Okay. Face or heel? And now you have to follow the WWE to understand the terminology of face or heel. Hero or villain? There we go. All right. Who doesn't like to think of themselves as the hero? I at least try. I mean, this may be the face, the body, and normally the actions of the laughable but meaningful sidekick. But who doesn't at least try to be the hero? Yeah, there are some who like to play the villain or the anti-hero. Yeah. Anyway, this has been Ask the Author Friday. If you have any questions for future weeks, feel free to hit the comments. If you enjoy this or any of my other content, feel free to subscribe. Thanks. I'll see you soon.